welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for joining us again. It's been a couple of weeks since I've last done a video, so I thought I'd do one today. Me and Austin are out over near a place called Byfield, which is in between Banbury and Daventry, and we're going to just try and track some of the old Smj line which is out this way, which run through from Woodford Hulse and then off towards the link onto the Stratford upon Avon. So what we're going to try and do, this is an area I've not been to before, so I plan on having a look down here and seeing what sort of track bed survives and see where we go from here. As far as I know, there used to be an old quarry around here somewhere, and what I'll do is I'll try and pop up a map and see what we can see from above. Yeah, so join us on this one. Class is a bit of a dog walk really, so let's go and see what we can find. Okay, so at the moment we're on a bridle pathway which leads up towards part of the old track bed of the Smj, which is over there in a tree line. So hopefully we'll sort of like latch onto that part in a second. So this is a bit unknown territory for me, so I'm not too sure where this is going to lead to or whether we can get onto the track bed here. If not, we might have to just pop back into the car and then head back, or head down, sorry, towards the next main road. I'm not too sure how many bridges survive out this way. I'm going to see if there's any remains of this quarry area. Hopefully it'll be down here somewhere. But yeah, see what we can see. Lots of nice countryside. It's sun's not out today, so it's nice and cool. Go on, Austin. Go on then. Okay, so just having a quick look on the map, you can see where we are from the blue dot, and that line that's running to the top of the screen and then back down towards Byfield is the old Smj. So we're going to see, we're quite close to it now, so we're going to see if we can just get onto that section and try and walk it. Okay, so we're pretty much where there might have been a bridge for the Smj, so the track bed's just down here. So we're going to take this path. There we go, actually, there's an infield bridge just there. You can just make out the wall. Oh, let's focus properly. I don't think it's focusing. There we go. Just see the wall there in the background. Let's go down here and have a look. Go on in. So yeah, this must be track level now. So the Smj closed quite early, which ran to Woodford Hulse. Well, it obviously carried on past Woodford Hulse to Toaster. So yeah, this is definitely the track bed we're walking on. So yeah, going back to what I said, it closed in 1963, 64. So shortly before the Great Central did. This is quite new for me, walking along here. I've not been down here before, so let's see where it takes us. Also try and put up a few pictures or maps as I go through. So that looks like an old piece of drainage, concrete based drainage, you can just make that out. Just spotted that straight away. There's probably all sorts of things lurking on the sides. We're actually going into a bit of a embankment now, so the sides are just dropping away. I mean, this time of year it's very hard to spot anything because obviously the overgrowth is quite high this time of year. Well, yeah, it's definitely going into an embankment. Yeah, at this point it's definitely single line. You can see the embankment there. There's all sorts of bits and pieces scattered down that bank. Oh, there's something down there that looks metal. I don't know if you can spot it. I might have a look at that on the way back. Right, so we've just come across our first underpass. So let's have a look over the side. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll see if I can swing the camera around. Just to make that out down there. Just like a farm access, or an old farm access underpass. Right, so what we'll do is we'll have a look at that on the way back. Yeah, it's coming in. That's quite a way up at the moment. Right, come on, keep going. So the Smjr was one of those old, long forgotten lines that has got an appreciation page on the internet. The Smjr Society, I think it's called. And you can find a lot of old photos on there as well. It is quite an important line, I think, back in when it is active. Quite a heavy used freight line. I mean, there's all sorts of bits hiding. Sort of like going off track a little bit here. Hang on. Oh no, still. Now this way, Austin. Pathway seems to want to take us that way, so we'll keep on sticking to the track bed, see if this is not too overgrown. No. Up. No, still clear. Oh, look at the size of that mushroom in that tree. That is well, was a big old mushroom. Right, boy. Right. Well, this is quite exciting for me because this is all new. Never been down here before, so not too sure what we're going to see yet. Hopefully something interesting will pop up. As you can see, the boundary, there's part of an old boundary fence there. You can still see lots of freight, bits of freight in the ground. Right, I'm just going to cut here until I come across something a bit more interesting to show you. Well, just been walking down here, obviously on the track bed, and I've come across a mobile phone laying on the ground. And just been checking it out, and it's still unlocked, so we're going to see if we can return it to its owner. So there we go, that was a bit of luck. The owner of this phone, well, lucky enough, the owner didn't have a key lock on their phone. So I've done a good deed for the day. I phoned up the last person that called this phone, which was actually the owner. And yeah, they lost it. I don't know whether they lost it this morning or last night. But I've contacted the owner, and we're going to be meeting up shortly to reunite the owner with the phone. So, all good. Let's continue, Austin. Okay, so that's the trap bed just there. We've come off, and I've just noticed this old gate post. And it's well hidden. But as you can see, it's been made of a piece of old railway track. Yeah, so there's a bit of evidence. Same that side. I'm not too sure what this post was. It's definitely something railway related. So that's all we've seen so far, but we'll keep on trekking. I'm to go a little bit off course here. Hopefully we'll be able to get back on track bed. Okay, we just come down onto this field to the right hand side of the trap bed, which is just in there. You can probably just make out it actually goes right up there onto a bit of an embankment now, so I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to get back onto it here, but we'll have a look. No, there's not many gaps. Oh, hang on, see if we can go this way. Austin! Yeah, so managed to get through all these stinging nettles, brambles. Oh, what we found here. That's a little old culvert. Culvert, sorry, not calvert. What am I talking about? I keep getting that wrong. It's a culvert. I've been told off about that before. So, right. This is a bit steep. Just climb back up. Oh, God. Nearly slipped. That doesn't help. Got a fence. Hold on a minute, Austin, I'm not going to get through there. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. So it seems to be lost in this field, the trap bed. Right, okay, I'm just going to check out the map, see where to go from here. Right, okay, so we've come off the SMJ and had to do a bit of a diversion, and we've come across this lovely reservoir, sort of in between Byfield and Boddington. So we sort of like lost access to getting onto the trap bed, so we might need to go up to Welsh Lane, up towards Boddington, and try and get back onto trap bed there. Might have to do this as a two-part video because I think it's going to be a bit of a long walk from here, so we'll go around the whole of this lake. So we'll see how we get on, and we'll be back with you in a second. Come on in. Okay, so here's just a map showing you where we are into relation to the reservoir, which is on the top right. Right, okay, before we go back onto SMJ, I'm just having a little think about where we are, and we've actually taken a path off from where the reservoir was, which could have been the old quarry. This pathway seems to lead back to the SMJ, so it could have been the spur off the SMJ, and the old quarry was that reservoir. It's sort of like going through a bit of a wooded area, which seems to me like an old trap bed, but it's sort of hard to pinpoint exactly how this works. But from the map I'm going to put up, you can probably make out exactly where I am, which does look like the spur off to the reservoir, which was the old quarry. And this is quite a boggy sort of area. Not too sure where it's going. Austin's leading the way, so if this heads back onto the SMJ as a slight spur, then this will explain the quarry that I was talking to you about. Oh, this is definitely a bit of an explore. Austin, wait. If I'm right, the SMJ should be up there on my right. Tell you what, we'll well, that was an adventure. Just come from over that direction through all that, so I got a feeling that the quarry was in this direction, and the reservoir must have had something to do with it, because now just up here is back onto the SMJ just there. So this must have been where we stood now, some sort of link onto the SMJ, onto the quarry, because that's literally what I've just followed, which I just showed you in the map. Excuse me. So that's my opinion on it. Could be wrong, but it just looks right to me, because it's almost like a spur in front of me, spur off the main line, which is just around this corner. Could be wrong, but it looks right, because we're literally stood now on the SMJ, looking straight down there through this tree line, and that goes off towards the quarry. So yeah, I think we found what we was looking for. That was a bit of a mission. Austin obviously decides to go in one of the dirtiest puddles going again. Go on then. But yeah, we'll head back to the start where we come from, and we'll call it a day on this one. We might just try and have a quick look at that bridge again as we pass it, but I think I'm going to do a second part of this SMJ further down, which is towards Boddington. Well, it's called Welsh Lane, so we're going to have a look down there on the next return. Right, so we just got back to the bridge underpass that we mentioned earlier, and we just thought we'd come and have a quick look. So this is the bottom sidewalls that we're now stood on. Actually, I'll just jump down here so we see a bit more. So there we go, look at that. That's in good nick. And we'll go through as well. So it's got concrete on the sidewalls, which is probably a addition at some later point. Look at that, brickworks in excellent condition. Definitely standing the test of time. Someone's been down here. So yeah, this must have been a farm access at one point. Look at that, the actual brickwork is amazing. Not a single crack in sight. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed this little video for today. Yeah, it's something a bit different. It's an area I've not been to before in the old SMJ. So it's come from that direction, and now we're heading back down here, which is back to the start. And what we're going to do, we're going to probably continue the walk next time I get a chance to come down here. So there'll be a part 2 at some point where we'll try and get back on the track bed further down, because it sort of went into a field at one point and then took me off and headed down towards that reservoir. So thanks for watching again. Hope you enjoyed this little video from me and Austin. Till next time, see you later. Bye.